The runner at second, Withers, was holding up, but Meyer gets the job done with the sacrifice fly and the RBI number 24 on the season for her. So 2 runs are in. And now the other Minke, sophomore Avery Minke, the designated player, comes to the plate with 2 outs and a runner still at third base. And Pleasant Valley already with a 2-0 lead. That just misses, maybe a hair outside, 1-0. The younger of the 2 Minkes, batting .303 this season, just in 33 at-bats. 10 for 33 is her total. Doesn't have an RBI yet, but is inserted into the lineup here by Coach Jose Lara. The Spartans looking to try to capitalize with 3 runs here. They got a runner just at third base, 2-0 the count, and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's a strike at the knees, outside corner, 2-1. 2 are in, 2 are out. Bottom of the first inning. Iowa Farm Bureau sponsoring our coverage of the Girls State Softball Tournament. Sponsoring the entire tournament. This is popped up, foul ground, long run for everybody. Nobody's going to get there. And it's 2-2. Our coverage, of course, being brought to you by Mid-American Energy Company here on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Network. IGHSAU.org. You can get all of your action, all of the box scores, live scores, and, of course, our live streaming through tomorrow. And then, of course, beyond. So we get into championship days on the end of this week as that misses 3-2 to Avery Minke. Mara McClyman is on deck. McClyman, a junior first baseman, would love to get a chance to bat here. Runner on third and 2 outs. The payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Snetzlar gets out of the jam with just 2 across. But 2 do score. Pleasant Valley jumps on top first, and we'll head to the second after this. 2-0 Pleasant Valley over Southeast Polk in the Class 5A quarterfinals. You're watching the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Des Moines. The S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
Southeast Polk looking to strike back. Sydney McNeely, Jada Long, and Grace McGrain, 6, 7, and 8 in the Ram order. So McNeely will lead it off. Southeast Polk threatened with a couple of outs in the first, but were unable to score anything. In the bottom of the first, on just 1 hit, Pleasant Valley was able to get themselves a couple of runs. There's a strike delivered to McNeely, 0-1. Winner of this game will advance to the semifinals tomorrow night. The lefty batting McNeely stands in, shows bunt, drags it to the first base side. A tag is going to be applied for the out, 3 unassisted. Heads up play by Mara McClyman for the first out of the inning. You can see here on the replay, it's a little chopper. I don't know if that's exactly where she wanted to put that. I think she wanted to put it a little bit more to the right. If you're facing home plate, a little bit to the right of McClyman, the first baseman. Instead, it's an easy 3 unassisted as the first pitch grounded to second. Throw is wide of the mark. Bang, bang, they get her out. It was close. Good effort hustling down the line by Jada Long. And what an excellent play by McClyman again, diving to save the ball from being a wild throw by Reagan Hassel, the second baseman. And then able to recover, and she did just beat the step on the bag. That orange part of the bag is in play on a play like that. So nobody's running into each other. And McClyman on back-to-back pitches, really important plays there. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Grace McGrain, the senior left fielder, comes in batting .282, 12 RBIs, a couple of home runs as well. Interesting fact for a player that has 103 plate appearances, is yet to draw a walk this season and has not been hit by a pitch. Very aggressive at the plate. She kind of pokes that one, fouls it off the screen, and she's behind 0-2. Pleasant Valley, that 2-0 lead here in the second. We play 7-inning games, of course, here in softball. At the high school level, pretty much every level. The 0-2 on the way. Line drive out into center field. That'll drop for a base hit. With 2 outs, Grace McGrain gets aboard. It's a nice piece of 2-out, 2-strike hitting by McGrain, and that brings up the number 9 spot, the freshman designated player, Libby Hartz. Hartz, 367, does have 6 runs driven in. Left-handed. She does like to run through the box from time to time. We'll see what her approach is here. She takes the ball low, 1-0. Hartz batting for the right fielder, senior Jordan Brown. Some good experience with the Southeast Polk team. They still had to upset their way on the road against third-ranked Johnston to get into the state tournament. She runs through the box there and takes a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. It's important for Southeast Polk to try to get as many base runners on as possible, considering they have 2 gigantic run producers in Potter and Snetzelar, among others, in the middle of that order. As running through the box, swinging, coming up empty that time is Hartz, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hartz looks at this pitch, gets a piece of it, fouls it off behind home plate. We'll do the 1-2 again. Talked about how difficult it's been for underdogs to win at this state tournament in both Class 1A, 2A, and then again in Class 3A. No lower seeded teams any wins at all. The top 4 seeds picked up wins as that just misses, 2-2. Now we have had at least one lower seed pick up a win. We're still waiting on a score over there from Iowa Central Field. Boone, the 5 seed, beat 4 seed Carlisle in Class 4A earlier today. That's the only lower seed that we have seen pick up a win so far in the first couple of days of this state tournament. That doesn't mean upsets don't happen here, but this hasn't been happening so far in this one. Hartz takes the big looping change up high, and all of a sudden it's full, 3-2. Good at bat here by the freshman. Senior Abby Cataldo is on deck. It's Caitlin Drish in the circle, trying to find a way to get this 9-batter out. The pitch, ground ball, first base side, and they're actually going to say foul. Must have hit the bat again, must have hit the runner while she was in the batter's box. Jose Lara comes out. He wants to ask home plate umpire Dirk Sorensen exactly what he saw. Now, if the ball made contact with the batter Hartz prior or after she had left the batter's box, if she was struck by the batted ball outside the batter's box, that is an out. But now the umpires will gather after Coach Lara talks with the home plate umpire, Dirk Sorensen. See if any adjustment will be made to the call. It's always tough. You don't have a video review here. You don't have a review booth that you can call into. And they're going to stay with the call on the field at foul ball. It's always tough to change a call like that on the field, and you know you're going to be making somebody angry. Sometimes you just got to stick with your gut instinct, especially if nobody knows any better or didn't get a better angle than you did it at home plate. Either way, here comes another payoff. 8th pitch of the at-bat to Libby Hartz. That misses, ball 4. What an at-bat by the freshman, Libby Hartz. And Drish walks her. Second walk issued by Drish. And now, once again, with 2 outs, 2 runners reach base, and we'll see if Southeast Polk can capitalize this time. That brings up Abby Cataldo. She flew out to her counterpart, Emily Wood, in center field, first time up to lead off the game. 2 outs, runners on first and second, though, for the Rams. Top of the second inning, trailing 2-0. First pitch from Drish to Cataldo. Inside, called a strike. Cataldo is right up against the plate with her stance. She likes to kind of hug it, hang over the plate a little bit. Looked like it might have almost hit her, but instead it's just a strike call. Outside, that one just a little too far off the outside corner, just trying to move it around. When you have pitchers like we have for both of these sides that aren't big strikeout pitchers, don't throw it super duper hard. Pitch to contact, you're going to be seeing a lot of that. Different locations, different speeds, a lot of different pitch types, as that's well outside. And it's 2-1 to Cataldo. You watch Major League Baseball, that kind of art of pitching getting a little bit lost. It's refreshing to see it at this level from 2 teams just trying to pitch around solid contact. That one is a fair ball, stepped on the bag for the out. Close play at third base. Grace McGrain, though, is forced out at third. Nice play by Sophia Lundquist to keep it, knock it down, right down the first base line, or third base line, rather. Home plate umpire Dirk Sorensen says it's fair, and that will retire the side. Pleasant Valley gets through another inning unscathed. We head to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Spartans here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back as Mara McClyman comes to the plate, lower third of the order. We'll get to replay that final out here momentarily. There it is. It's ground ball. This was right on the line with runners on first and second. This is a tough play. It was right on the line. And Tia Stiles wasn't super happy with McGrain, the runner headed to third base, for not sliding there. I think there was a little bit of confusion if it was a fair or foul ball, as that's a line drive base hit out into right field by McClyman. She's been great at first base, made a couple of great plays, and now she gets a base hit. McClyman entered today's game. With that .306 average, 25 runs driven in, a couple of homers, definitely can get it done. You see her roping it into right field, and she is aboard to start the inning. Bottom of the second, Pleasant Valley already with a 2-0 lead. They'd love to add more. Corners of the infield are in, expecting a bunt. Showing bunt, laying it down. This is a good one. And a miscommunication to who's going to pick it up. And Snetzelar, too late to get it over to first base. It goes down as an infield hit, although it's a misplay. McClyman goes to second, but it was a great job by Reagan Hassel on the bunt attempt. She got 353 out of that 8 slot and does have 13 runs driven in on the season and 7 doubles to go along with it. But Right there, a perfect bunt right in between McNeely at third and Snetzelar, the pitcher. Nobody could decide who needed to pick it up. Eventually, it was the pitcher, and now carbon copy. This one is going to be picked up quickly by Snetzelar, and she'll throw it over. Jessie Clemens, the freshman shortstop, sacrifices herself and moves 2 runners aboard. So there's a perfect bunt, 1-4 in your book, as the second baseman Jada Long was covering. But now, again, a threatening situation. Runners on second and third and just 1 out, and we're back to the top in Emily Wood for Pleasant Valley. Timeout going to be called here. And they just want a walker. So there's going to be an intentional walk issued. Goes down as the second walk technically, although no pitches were thrown. You don't have to actually throw the intentional walk pitches. You can say you just want to put them on. So that'll load them up, force at every base. And you can tell Southeast Polk by doing that, they want to get a force at home and not let any other run score. Ground ball to short. Up with it, the throw home is in time. Nicely done there by Kotlowski. And that's exactly why you do what you did if you're Coach Tia Stiles in Southeast Polk. Infield can come in a couple of feet, a couple of steps, and on a hard hit ball right at somebody like Kotlowski there, up with it, strong throw. And Potter completes the force out, 6-2. So on the fielder's choice, 2 outs now, 1 out away from getting out of the jam is Snetzelar and the Rams. But Addie Minke, another power hitter, is up. Big changeup loops well outside to the right-handed batting Minke, 1-0. Minke went the other way into the power alley. The senior hit a double and eventually would come around to score in the first. Looking to add on to what is already a 2-0 lead. The 1-0, fouled off the screen. We're even at 1. 1-1 to count with 2 outs. Spartans played a little bit of small ball, sacrifice bunt, and then Lindquist, the 2-hitter, after the intentional walk, grounded out. A fielder's choice. Runner was forced out at home. Base is still juiced, though. The 1-1, way high. Up around the eyes, an easy take for Minke, and it's 2-1. Nowhere to put her. You don't want to fall behind 3-1, where she can basically be sitting dead red on anything right down the middle. You don't want to put yourself in that spot where you might walk her and walk in a run. The 2-1. And there's outside 3-1. So now you are in that spot. What does Snetzelar and Potter and the rest of the defense come up with here? A big bat, a power bat. A lot of RBIs have come from this bat, 33 in all. Here's the 3-1, sliced out of play right side. Snetzelar dodges a bullet there. What can she do here? Full count, 3-2.
Nice catch, sir.
Three and 2, bases loaded. 2 outs for Pleasant Valley. Southeast Polk trying to get out of the big time jam. Snetzelar gets the sign and the payoff. Way outside, ball 4. That walks in a run. Credit an RBI to Minke. Her 34th of the season.
Bases remain loaded.
Hassel, the runner who comes in, makes it 3-0. And it doesn't get easier as Caitlin Drish now steps in. 4 homers, 35 runs driven in on the year. Was hit by a pitch in the first. Fouls this straight down. 0-1. Runner at third base is Emily Wood. Runner at second is Sophia Lindquist. Runner at first is Addie Minke. Great speed all the way around. Drish, a base hit, really could help open this thing up early. The 0-1. Over the letters, 1-1. Already with a 3-0 lead. We know Southeast Polk has more than capable bats to make up this ground, but if you can get up to a 5-6 run lead, it makes it difficult as there's another hit by pitch. Drish just takes it, wears it. Second time she's been hit. And give her an RBI for that one. Courtesy runner Mary Paige Withers comes back in. She will run. So the bases are still loaded. 2 are in. 4-0 is now the score. And now Snetzler doesn't get easier as that courtesy runner brought to you by IMT Insurance. IMT Insurance sponsoring pitching changes and substitutions all tournament long. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Jesse Meyer digs in, the left fielder. First pitch, that was close. Just below the letters, but ruled a ball. 1-0. Meyer, a successful sacrifice fly to left field. First time up back in the first for an RBI. Hits that high in the air, deep. Ranging back is Brown. She's running out of room. It's gone! It's gone! Jesse Myers with 2 outs, a grand slam! And just like that, Pleasant Valley has an 8-0 lead. That ball just kept carrying and carrying. And no cheapie with 200-foot fences all the way around. And Pleasant Valley comes up with the big crooked number, 6 on the board, all coming with 2 outs. And that'll do it for Ellie Snetzler. Her day in the circle is done. Coming in to pitch is Addie Bruner. We'll get you updated on the changes after this. 8-0 Pleasant Valley. We'll step aside here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Our pitching change for Southeast Polk. Addie Bruner, brought to you by IMT Insurance. All pitching changes brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. It is a simple switch. Addie Bruner goes from first base to pitch. And Ellie Snetzler just could not quite get out of this second inning. And she will now play first base. A huge bomb, as you see there from the left-handed batting Jessie Meyer. A grand slam. Her 5th homer of the season. That is a team high. Now with 28 runs driven in. First pitch delivered by Bruner is flared out into right. It'll be caught by Jordan Brown, and that will retire the side. But it is 8-0 Pleasant Valley after 6 runs score with 2 outs. Southeast Polk's got their work cut out for them. We'll head to the third right after this. You're watching Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Well, this became a big lead in a hurry, aided by the grand slam with 2 outs by senior left fielder Jessie Meyer for Pleasant Valley. A huge swing over the right field fence, and it is 8-0 here, top of the 3rd inning. Southeast Polk, new pitcher, Addie Bruner, is now at the plate, the sophomore. Didn't get to her pitching numbers because she got out of the jam with 1 pitch, and got out of the inning with 1 pitch. Numbers pretty similar across the board in terms of ERA, win-loss record. Hasn't pitched quite as much as Snetzler, but they are similar in statistics. And they just traded spots out there with Snetzler now playing first base and Bruner playing in the pitching circle. It's a 1-1 count to her. Ground ball on a hop to first. Picked up McClyman, who has been busy at first base and has been productive. Steps on the bag for the first out. One away. Pretty easy hop on the ground ball. Just one hop and retreated to the bag easily. Brings up Sydney Potter. This offense still has the ability to score runs in bunches. They scored 11 runs in their first regional game against Ames. They scored 10 against third-ranked Johnston in the regional final to get to this point. As Potter fouls the first pitch off, 0-1. She singled first time up back in the first. Final numbers for Ellie Snetzler in the circle: 1 2/3 innings of work, 4 hits, 8 runs. All were earned with 4 walks, a strikeout. Just could not find the zone regularity. 41 pitches, 22 of the 41 though were balls, just 19 were strikes. The 0-1 on the way to Potter. That's up and away, 1-1. Potter is just a sophomore, which makes it scary what kind of power number she might be able to put up as a junior and a senior. It's hard to imagine she'd be able to hit too much more home runs. 19 this season, 44 runs driven in coming into today. Is that just off the end of the bat? And it's 1-2. Home plate umpire Dirk Sorensen just inspects the ball, makes sure it's not scuffed too heavily. 8-0 Pleasant Valley after a 6-run second. And they are in great shape as long as they keep base runners off the base paths. Foul tips. Kane behind the plate just could not squeeze it to complete the out. 1-2. Still the count. Long look in. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball hit hard. Nearly took out Tia Stiles, the coach for Southeast Polk, down the third base line. You can just see the pop, though. I know she didn't elevate that one, but that is a hard hit ground ball. She gets around on it. It is scary. Exit velocity are us over here. For Sydney Potter and Ellie Snetzler, you can say the exact same thing on deck. That's why facing them with nobody on base is so pivotal if you're going to try to protect this big lead. Ground ball, that's up the middle and a base hit. Potter, 2 for 2. That brings up Snetzler. She did bat last time up, as you see. Line drive right up the middle. Hit well. So Potter is run for by Kendall Woods, the courtesy at second base. The runner brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Snetzler walked first time up. First pitch well outside. 1-0. I know Snetzler, after she was unable to get out of the last inning on the mound, I'm sure is very eager to try to do something with the bat. Strike at the knees, 1-1. Talk about Potter and her strength and her ability to hit home runs. Snetzler, just 3 homers behind her, 16, and just 4 RBIs behind her with 40. The 1-1, low and away, 2-1. Snetzler will play collegiate softball. Grandview, staying in the Des Moines area. She hits that one on a hard rope, deep right field. That's gone. That's exactly what I was talking about. They just hit missiles. Potter and Snetzler absolutely have the ability to hit missiles all over the field. And a big smile returns to the face of Snetzler, and you feel good for her after she was unable to get the ball or get that last out in the circle. She just stayed back and fired an absolute hose over the right center field wall. That ball got out in a flash. The homer on the other side by Jesse Meyer was more majestic. It had all this airtime, just kept carrying over the right field wall. That was absolutely rocketed. A 2-run bomb by Schnetzler, her 17th of the season. 42 runs driven in. And signs of life here offensively for Southeast Polk. Still down by 6 runs, but as long as you have those 2 big boppers, you can get some base runners around them. You are never out of a game. As I mentioned, they scored 11 and 10 runs respectively in their 2 regional games to get here. If you're Pleasant Valley, you can't feel like 8 runs is safe against this offense. For the time being, though, the bases are empty and a 2-0 count here to Chloe Kotlowski. It's now 3-0. Now Drish out there in the circle. You understand you got a big lead. But also, Pleasant Valley, as I mentioned, does have 2 other pitchers with pretty similar statistics. A 4-pitch walk here to Kotlowski following up the homer. 3rd walk that she has issued. And now we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach. Alexia Lara will come out and have a chat. While she does that, I'd like to remind you we got coverage the rest of tonight and tomorrow. After these games in this window, it'll be number 1 seed Fort Dodge taking on 8 seed Bettendorf on this field, Kruger Seeds Field. And then currently on Iowa Central Field, it's the 3 seed Iowa City High taking on 6 seed Ankeny Centennial. And then at about 7:30 over there on Iowa Central Field, it will be 4 seed Waukee taking on 5 seed Cedar Rapids Kennedy. 1 out and a runner on at first. Southeast Polk would love to continue a little rally here. They're able to claw back and maybe get 4. You don't want to get too greedy, but you can get 4. A strike located here to Sydney McNeely. McNeely 0 for 1, grounded to Mara McClyman, the first baseman. First time up back in the 2nd. Here we are, top 3, 8-2, Pleasant Valley with the lead. Is that one low and away, 1-1. The 1-1. Drop ball, beautiful done. McNeely swings over the top of it as it just falls off the table there by Drish. 1-2 now the count with 1 out and a runner at first. 2 already in here in the 3rd for Southeast Polk. Is that relief? Maybe foul tip, doesn't matter. Out is completed by Kane behind the plate. The strikeout is the 2nd recorded by Drish. That one just great late movement. And that brings up Jada Long. The sophomore grounded to 2nd, first time up. Her counterpart. First pitch, strike on the outside corner, 0-1. This one grounded over to 3rd. Up with it. Good strong throw by Lindquist. And that'll retire the side. But the 2-run homer by Ellie Schnetzler gets Southeast Polk on the board. Pleasant Valley still leads at 8-2 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd after this on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Pleasant Valley still an 8-2 lead. Southeast Polk's offense, though, showing what they can do. A single by one slugger, Sydney Potter. A home run by the other slugger, Ellie Snetzelar, and they get a couple back, but they still trail at 8-2 here. They got to start throwing zeros up. Addie Bruner, the pitcher, will get to her numbers momentarily. She only had to throw one pitch to get out of the last inning. First pitch to Mara McClyman, in there for a strike, 0-1. Bruner's a sophomore. 16 games she appeared in this season, 63 and 2/3 innings of work, as she battled with Shania Yount Wheels for the number 2 slot. Oh, that's a beautiful changeup. Nice and slow roller. McClyman got all the action started in that second inning for Pleasant Valley with a single. She was eventually cut down at home, but that got the bats and the offense moving. A 3.52 ERA, that's actually tops on the team, but only 22 strikeouts. So she strikes out one batter every 3 innings or so. Again, much like Snetzelar, pitches to contact and tries to induce soft contact. 6-4 was her record this season. She's only walked 15. And she also had a save, the only save recorded by Southeast Polk pitching this year. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout in relief, recorded by Bruner. And there's one out. And that brings up Reagan Hassel. Hassel laid down a sac bunt on the first pitch she saw last inning, but it was perfectly placed right between the pitching circle and third base. So McNeely and Snetzelar did not have the communication they needed to get the play, and by the time Snetzelar picked it up and threw to first, it was too late. As that big slow roller tried to get brought back by Potter, unable to do so. Home plate umpire Dirk Sorensen calls it a ball, 1-0. Bruner, the right-handed sophomore. That ball hit hard in the left center field, and that's going to be in the gap. Around first is Hassel. She's on her way to second. She'll pull up with a 1-out, stand-up double. Hassel's 8th double of the season. She can hit it. You see her down there in the number 8 slot. You don't think, oh yeah, this is a batter we really got to worry about, but she does great work. That bunt was beautifully done last inning, and there roped the double. And of course, all extra base hits brought to you by Kruger Seed, your local seeds dealer. Visit KrugerSeed.com for more info. Jessie Clemens is the 9-spot hitter. The freshman takes a strike on the outside edge of the outside corner, 0-1. Clemens followed up Hassel's successful sac bunt that turned into a base hit with her own sacrifice bunt, 1-4, helped move a couple of runners into scoring position, kind of helped the mojo of the inning, and with 2 outs, all 6 runs would eventually get pushed around to score last inning. That one a little bit high, maybe a hair outside, and it's 1-1. Emery Sunger here with you. It's Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge. Kruger Seeds Field, one of 2 active fields. Iowa Central Field is also hosting winners bracket games today and tomorrow. As that one bounces in there, good stop behind the plate by Potter. It's 2-1 here. Just joining us, Pleasant Valley 2 in the first, 6 in the second, including a grand slam by Jesse Meyer, the senior left fielder, batting in the number 5 slot. A majestic home run that carried over the right field wall. Strike on the outside corner here to Clemens, and it's 2-2. That was the last pitch that Ellie Snetzelar threw for Southeast Polk. She was replaced by Addie Bruner. They just swapped spots. Snetzelar now playing first base for Southeast Polk while Bruner went from first to pitch. Snetzelar got some redemption, hit a 2-run homer in the top of this 3rd inning. As this is slapped over to the right side, fielded cleanly by Jada Long. Her throw to first in time. Runner Hassel moving over to third base successfully with 2 outs now. Sure-handed play by all sides with less than 2 outs pretty easily. The runner from second can move to third and does so. That'll bring up Emily Wood, the leadoff batter. She was intentionally walked, which helped set up a force out at home plate, but not before a walk, a hit by pitch with the bases loaded, and then the big grand slam as this one gets away from Bruner and hits Wood harmlessly on the changeup in the back. So she is aboard. That's the 3rd different batter to be hit by a pitch this game for Pleasant Valley. Our score 8-2. Pleasant Valley would love to get another hit or 2 here to maybe extend that back up after the 2-run homer by Snetzelar brought it to within 6. Drop ball. This throw is going to go down to second. Bruner ducked out of the way. I think that was the intended play, but no effort by the runner at third in Hassel to try to come home with it. It'll be credited as a steal. A little bit of indecision with how that was going to be run. But it will go down as a stolen base for Wood. That one's fouled out of play. It's quickly 0-2 here to Sophia Lindquist. She's the RBI leader on this team. She's 0 for 1, grounded into that fielder's choice to short last inning. Also walked, and she scored 2 runs. Ground ball up the middle. Long tried to backhand it, could not. 2 runs will score on the play, and it's a 2 RBI single by Lindquist, sneaking it up the middle. And it is back up to an 8-run lead. 10-2 now our score. Long tried her best. I'm not sure, even if she lays out and knocks it down, 1 run's going to score. She's not going to get Lindquist at first. Lindquist now with 42 runs driven in on the season after that. Makes it 10-2. 10 runs on just 6 hits, rather. A lot of walks, hit by pitches. It's good situational hitting here from Pleasant Valley as that pitch misses 1-0 to Addie Minke. Doesn't get easier. Minke is 1 for 1, doubled into the right center gap. Scored a run, also walked with the bases loaded last inning. As this one, Long's going to get it, shovel it over to short in time for the out, and that'll retire the side. But a 2-out, 2-run single by Sophia Lindquist makes it once again an 8-run game. It is 10-2 Pleasant Valley over Southeast Polk. We'll head into the 4th. You're watching the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
Wrapping up her warm-up tosses, Caitlin Drish. She's back out for her 4th inning of work in the circle. Pleasant Valley's offense did get her a couple more runs of support after Ellie Snetzelar's home run last inning for Southeast Polk got them on the board. Now, once again, Southeast Polk back in a position where they're going to have to start chipping away, and chipping away soon if they want to try to cut into this 8-run deficit. The number 2 seed overall in this tournament, Pleasant Valley, Class 5A quarterfinals. Has not been a kind tournament thus far for the lower seeds. The Rams have Grace McGrain, the 8-hitter, due up, followed by the designated player Libby Hartz, and then back to the top and Abby Cataldo. This is kind of where you want to be in the order, though, so you can try to get some runners on for the 3-4 spots, and Sydney Potter and Ellie Snetzelar, who combine now on the season for 36 home runs after Snetzelar's 2-run bomb last inning. McGrain swung and missed the first pitch, 0-1, leading off the top of the 4th inning. The 0-1 on the way. Ground ball, foul. And it's 0-2. McGrain is 1 for 1. Hit a single into right field back in the 2nd. Was eventually forced out at third base as the Rams were trying to get a little 2-out magic going. They have had multiple base runners on every inning so far, but have just been able to push across the 2 runs. Credit Trish and the defense for getting out of those jams. Good check of the swing there by McGrain on the pitch well outside. And it's 1-2. McGrain, a senior. Love to keep her season alive, or at least help. She loops that one into left field. That's a base hit. 2 for 2 for McGrain. in the 8th spot. Some good bat work by both players in the 8th spot. Reagan Hassel on the Pleasant Valley side. And for Southeast Polk, just looping this down the line was McGrain, and she is aboard. And Libby Hartz, who had a good 8-pitch at bat first time up before drawing a walk, now steps in. Slap hitting lefty. We'll see what she's asked to do. Down 8. It's still a 4th inning, so you might see a sacrifice to get a runner in scoring position. But it will be interesting to see if Coach Tia Stiles lets her swing away here to just try to get more base runners on. She does not show bunt. She takes the ball instead. 1-0. I'm not a coach, but getting base runners as many as possible is probably the right move. Giving away outs at this stage probably a lesser or a less popular decision as Hartz gives this one a charge, and that's going to be over the head of the right fielder, Minke. Hartz on her way to second. She's going to have to stop there. Stopping at third base is McGrain, but Hartz gave that one a ride. Her second double of the season, just the 3rd time she has an extra base hit. And that one, you know, she draws the infield and the outfield in. You don't think that she's going to be swinging with too much pop, but she did so there and gets the double. And I told you, this Southeast Polk offense is just not going to quit. They have too many good hitters and too many versatile hitters to feel like an 8-run lead is enough with this much time left in this game. Still nobody out, runners on second and third. That extra base hit, by the way, brought to you by Kruger Seeds. Kruger Seed not only sponsors this field, but your local Seeds dealer sponsors every extra base hit during our coverage of the tournament. That in the dirt, good block by Casey Kane. By the way, you can visit KrugerSeed.com for more information. 1-0 is the count to Cataldo. She's 0 for 2, flew to center in the first, grounded into a fielder's choice in the second. Would love a hit here. That's outside, and it's 2-0. If you're wondering, and not to insinuate anything, but Maya Townsend has pitched 21 games this year and almost as many innings as Caitlin Drish coming into this tournament. ERA a little bit higher. Drish's ERA was under 2. Townsend is at 2.94. Ground ball through the hole left side. 1 run is in. Hartz is being waved around. Throw coming to the plate. A beauty, but she's safe. Home plate umpire, Dirk Sorensen, despite the throw pretty clearly beating her, says the tag was not applied. I mean, it was close. It was a close play. It was an excellent throw from left field, Jesse Meyer. But credit a 2 RBI hit. Here we'll see the throw coming from left from Meyer again. It does look like she didn't apply the tag in time. The throw was there, but it looked like Hart slid under the tag. Cataldo, give her credit. A 2 RBI single. And that makes it 10-4. First pitch in the dirt, knocked down again nicely by Kane. She has been busy back there. She just could not get that tag down. Moving to second on the throw, by the way, was Cataldo. So she's at second with still nobody out here in the fourth. Swing and a miss by Brunner. And it's 1-1. Addie Brunner, the sophomore, now pitching. Batting in this 2 slot, has had a great year at the plate. 0 for 2 in this game. Struck out swinging in the first and then grounded to first base in the third. The 1-1. Low and away. 2-1. This is dangerous because if Brunner also happens to get on, you got Potter and Snetzelar back-to-back here still trying to get on, trying to line it up. This is kind of a half-hearted swing fouled off by Brunner. She showed bunt, pulled back, and then swung at it. It is, I told you, 8-10 runs may not be safe with Southeast Polk the way they hit. The 2-2. Ground ball, right side. This will move the runner along at the very least. The race to the bag is won by the first baseman, Mara McClyman. 3 unassisted, but it is a productive out because with 1 away, that moves Cataldo to third. Now, here's danger time. Could really cut a chunk into this lead with, say, a home run. that happens to be the specialty of each of the next two batters for Southeast Polk. Sydney Potter at the plate, having hit 19 this season. She's 2 for 2 rather, with 2 singles. Swings at that drop ball, comes up empty, 0-1. Cataldo, good speed at third base, could score on a deep fly ball into the outfield. Potter, I think, has something even more productive and dangerous in mind. The 0-1 takes a strike, came with a change of pace. It kind of had Potter out in front. She had to hold back. She wasn't going to get a good swing on it. Just let it pass by her for a strike, and it's 0-2. Snetzler, who already has a home run, is on deck. The 0-2. Outside, that's a good ground ball. This will score the run. 4-3 on the ground out. Cataldo does score and makes it 10-5. Sometimes it's just simple play, that's just as effective as a sacrifice fly would be. 2 outs now, and now Snetzler gets another shot at it. This time the bases are empty. Last time up, however, with a runner on, she hit a 2-run homer that was an absolute rocket over the right center field wall going the opposite way. First pitch misses 1-0. Snetzler would just love to get a hold of another one. That one misses, 2-0. You mentioned Snetzler will play at Grandview in Des Moines. Collegiate softball. Cataldo and Sydney McNeely also have committed to Indian Hills Community College. Great softball program in Southeast Iowa, down in Ottumwa. As that's low, and it's 3-0. Snetzler also did walk earlier, not afraid to take the base on balls. Base runners are good. It's a lot more fun to hit the ball over the fence, but if you can get on base, especially when your team is behind, you would love to do that here. And she takes ball 4, 4-pitch walk. And you could tell with the bases empty, they were going to be careful with Snetzler. That walk is the 4th, issued by Drish. And that brings up Chloe Kotlowski. Could she keep it going? She is 0 for 1, grounded to short in the first. And then she walked back in the third. Here in the top of the 4th inning, Pleasant Valley, they scored 2 in the first, 6 in the second, 2 more in the third. Southeast Polk scored 2 in the third, 3 more here in the 4th. And we figured we would see a lot of runs scored, and it has lived up to the hype so far, but Southeast Polk still down by 5. Would love to try to get a couple more here while the bats are hot and while they're facing Caitlin Drish. Here's the 0-1. This one off the end of the bat and unplayable off the fence on the right side. And it's 0-2. Kotlowski, the junior. Trying to keep the inning alive here in the 4th. The 0-2 again here from Drish. Ground ball right back to her. Fields it cleanly. Her throw to first in time, and that'll retire the side. But 3 more score. A 2-run single by Abby Cataldo highlights another multi-run scoring inning. These two teams have put up 15 runs, and we're just halfway home. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th when we come back. Pleasant Valley leading 10-5 over Southeast Polk. This is the Girls State Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized attention.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face.
SWIC feels like a community.
Like family, like home. SWIC is a place for you.
as we head in to this fourth inning. Big changeup is in there for a strike. Caitlin Drish, 4-hitter, will be followed by the 5 and 6 spots. Jesse Meyer, Avery Minke. These hitters did some damage, specifically Meyer, with a grand slam back in that 6-run second inning. So 1-1 is the count here to Drish, who has not registered an official at-bat. She was hit by a pitch twice. The second time, as this is, oh gosh, right at the third baseman, McNeely. She looks like she caught that with partially her forearm. I mean, that ball was hit right at her chest. Did a good job just to get a piece of the glove on it. I'm sure that stung and didn't feel great. You can kind of see her kind of grimace a little bit after she secured the catch, but an important first out. You got to start throwing zeros up if you're Southeast Polk. As you continue to try to come back, you know you have it in you. As this is popped up, Jada Long doesn't have to move a muscle. Jesse Meyer off the end of the bat for the second out quickly. Meyer, by the way, 1 for 1 with that big grand slam and also a sacrifice fly. 5 RBIs already for her in the game. And that'll bring up Avery Minke, the sophomore designated player here, as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Pleasant Valley leading 10-5. Addie Bruner just looking to continue to throw up zeros. There's a strike here, 0-1. Underclassmen in Bruner, you get called in relief. Your team was down at that time 8-0. The bats hadn't warmed up yet. Didn't look good as there's another beautiful off-speed pitch. Minke goes over the top, it's 0-2. But if she can come in, throw strikes, and get a few zeros up on the board, that's all you can ask, because the Southeast Polk offense, they are going to bat around at least one more time. Try to get some more runs going. Strike 3, outside edge of the outside corner. Bruner, an excellent 1-2-3 inning of work. And we're through 4. Southeast Polk showing signs of life. Down still 5 over Pleasant Valley. We'll be back with more as we head to the 5th after this on the Girls Union Network, powered by the Mid-American Energy Company.
College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
Fans official state tournament merchandise now available online. Just visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. You can also see State Tournament Central and everything you need to know information-wise about the Iowa Girls High School State Tournament here in Fort Dodge. I'm excited to do that for you as well. I'll tell you this game far from over. 10-5, Pleasant Valley leads. Caitlin Drish finishes her warm-up tosses. Ankeny Centennial does have a 1-0 lead over Iowa City High in the bottom of the second. On the other field, Southeast Polk, Sydney McNeely, Jada Long, and Grace McCrain. A mistake. Six, 7, 8 in the order. And Southeast Polk looks to continue to chip away at what was an 8-run deficit 2 different times here in this game. McNeely 0 for 2. Digs in. As we mentioned, she's going to Indian Hills to continue her softball playing career. First pitch, line drive, over the head of the leaping shortstop Clemens, and it's going to get through to the wall. Sliding into second base with a leadoff double is Sydney McNeely. That ball was deceptive how hard it was hit over the head of Clemens. It skirted all the way through the gap into the wall before Emily Wood could get to it. Wood's throw wasn't a bad one, but it was cut off. They really didn't have a chance as Caitlin Drish's day is done. And he talked about it. They are deep at the pitching position, and we'll let you know who is in the game right after this. Warm-ups taking place. Pleasant Valley still a 10-5 lead here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Pitcher for Pleasant Valley, the third baseman, Number 3, Sophia Lindquist, now pitching.
Your IMT Insurance pitching change is the senior Sophia Lindquist. Lindquist takes over after Caitlin Drish throws 4+ innings of work. Eight hits allowed. She's responsible for the runner at second in McNeely. Jada Long, the number 7 hitter, is due up here to face Lindquist. 18 appearances, 73 2/3 innings of work, a 3.14 earned run average. She has struck out just 16, according to the book, and has walked 23. Definitely a pitch-to-contact pitcher. 10-2, though, her record. Did well enough despite not being able to strike out a whole lot of batters. Did well enough to win 10 games of her 12 decisions.
Pitcher Drish now at first base. First baseman McClyman now catching. The catcher Kane at third base.
So several changes were made here.
Second baseman Jada Long.
And we'll get them all to you here because it was basically musical chairs on the infield with this pitching change. First pitch, a ball to Jada Long. So the pitcher, Caitlin Drish, goes from the circle over to first base. The first baseman, Mara McClyman, is now behind the plate. As this pitch also low. So you got a brand new catcher as well, McClyman. The former catcher, Casey Kane, is now playing at third base, and that's where Lindquist came from. So Sophia Lindquist in the circle kind of kickstarts just a big musical chairs, but all the same players as there's a strike. And it's 2-1 here to Jada Long. Long 0 for 2, of course, against Drish both times. A couple of ground outs. Lindquist inherits a runner at second base. Her team's still leading by 5, however, here in the 5th. The 2-1 as a strike. 2-2. We do know what Southeast Polk's offense is capable of. So this bottom of the order can get things going and turn around to the top. We know a lot of runs can be had. Lindquist fires. This is a line drive into center, and it will fall in front of the center fielder Wood. It was hit too hard, and McNeely did have to freeze for a moment while she waited on that one to bounce. But it is a single for Long. And we knew both of these teams were going to pitch to contact. Neither of these teams have a dominant strikeout pitcher on their roster. Plenty of great pitchers, plenty of pitchers that can get the job done and get you outs and elicit soft contact. There's Grace McGrain. It's about to step into the box with runners on the corners. And nobody out. 8 runs. It was an 8-0 lead. You didn't feel like it was going to be enough with this team as the throw is going to go down. They're just trying to see if they'll take their eyes off the runner at third base, McNeely. You see that a lot with softball. Jada Long will get credit for the steal, but she was basically just begging for a throw with the infield in. And that stolen base still counts the same in the book. So Long, by the way, stolen base number 5 for her on the season. So now runners on second and third, 0-1 the count. That one's in the dirt, nice block by McClyman. It's 1-1 here to McGrain, who's 2 for 2, a couple of hard hit singles. One the other way in the right, back in the second, and then in the fourth. Single down the left field line to help kickstart that 3-run 4th inning. Base hit here, could score 2. Long, great speed out there at second. That pitch just above the letters. She liked what she saw but could not catch up to it with the hands. And that makes it 1-2. Senior McGrain, already a couple hits in the game, facing Lindquist, of course, for the first time. She came on just earlier this inning. The 1-2. That ball hit high in the air into right field. Backing up on it is Wood. She's got it. Both runners are tagging, and they are going to advance safely. A sacrifice fly for McGrain. That'll get the job done. Every little bit counts. Good play by Wood, making the catch and getting it in. So one away. McNeely scores from third base, long into third. And now it's 10-6. So it was an 8-run lead for Pleasant Valley is trimmed to 4. Now number 9 hitter Libby Hartz is up, and she's had 2 excellent at-bats, but again, both came against Caitlin Drish. She drew a walk after an 8-pitch at-bat in the second, an 8-pitch plate appearance, I should say. And then in the fourth, doubled over the head of Addie Minke, the right fielder. Everybody plays her in a little bit. And the outfield is pretty much straight up on her now. Infield does come a few steps in. If she tries to slap a ball and leg it out, they're going to try to come home with it. They're going to try to prevent her from doing that. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. On deck, Abby Cataldo in the dangerous top of the order. Lefty batting Hartz. Watches this one catch the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6 runs on 9 hits so far. For Southeast Polk, 10 runs on just 6 hits for Pleasant Valley. A few hit by pitches, that just misses. 2-1. A few hit by pitches, some walks, 4 walks to be exact. Just an intentional walk that was among them. The grand slam was the big hit in the game for Pleasant Valley so far. That's off the outside corner. A good look there by Hartz. She has looked comfortable up there, just a freshman. Batting in this 9 slot, has been patient. As mentioned, drew a walk back in the second. And then hit that hard double last time up. 3-1 the count to her with 1 out and a runner on third. The pitch. There's a strike. I think she was pretty much convinced she was going to take that one all the way. And now it's full, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The payoff pitch on the way from Lindquist. Hard hit right at first. Caitlin Drish, welcome to the game at first base. She had been in the circle the entire game, but alertly over there, catches the line out on her toes. And a hang with them there for Hartz. Another battling with the full count and hits it on a line, but just right at Drish. Did not have to take a step or to reach. It was right at her body, able to make the catch. And we are back to the top with 2 outs. Abby Cataldo, who had a 2-run single and a run scored last inning. That's low. 1-0 to her here. She is 1 for 3. Also a fly out and a fielder's choice that she grounded it into earlier on in the game. The 1-0 from Lindquist. High. 2-0. You'd hate to strand a runner in scoring position, especially at third base, when you had her there with less than 2 outs, if you're Southeast Polk, considering the circumstances. But knowing their offense, they know they're always in the game. See the approach here, 2-0. That ball hit hard. And make a diving catch is Meyer. A run will score. Cataldo will take second. That's going to be a double. Meyer, it kind of looked like she was waiting on it to get to her and then dove last minute as it continued to sink on her. That ball was an absolute rope, but it had some top spin on it, had some bite to it, and at the last second she decided to lay out for it, unable to squeeze it. Give an RBI double to Cataldo. Scoring from third is Long. And now with a runner at second and still 2 outs, Addie Bruner comes to the plate with the big hitters behind her. The tying run out in the on-deck circle here in the 5th inning. A called strike on the inside to Addie Bruner. Bruner is one of the few offensive players for either team that hasn't been able to get on base yet. A strikeout and a couple of groundouts to first. The 0-1 on the way. That's just low. Frame attempt by McClyman behind the plate. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the sophomore Addie Bruner. Runner on second with good speed and Abby Cataldo. That ball line drive through the middle. It's a base hit. Cataldo being waved around. Throw on its way home. Not going to be there in time. A run scores. On her way to third. Trying to slide in. Not going to get there in time. Bruner tried to get there. Gets a high five from Stiles anyway. Coach Stiles tried to send her, but Bruner helping her own cause as she's out there on the mound. And it was going to go. It was Lindquist who actually was the assister there, so it's going to go 8-1 to 5 on the out at third. Cataldo does score. Bruner is out. That is a big out because that leaves Potter and Snetzelaar in the on-deck circle and in the hole. But either way, Cataldo scores, makes it 10-8. It's getting exciting here, folks. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth after this on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything.
Dental insurance costs a fortune and it covers nothing.
Don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
This has gotten interesting. We knew the offenses were going to be the stars of the show, and here we are. That has been the case. As we hit bottom of the fifth, that ball hit high in the air. McClyman got under it. Settling under and making the catch is Grace McGrain. 1 pitch, 1 out. Lower third of the order due up here. McClyman already out of the 7 slot. Number 8 hitter Reagan Hassel and 9 hitter Jesse Clemens. Those are the due up batters. I mentioned it was a big decision to try to go to third, and I understand the aggressiveness. The only downside for that, though, that Bruner didn't make it to third base safely for Southeast Polk is the tying run would have come to the plate as that ball on the first pitch, sinking liner. It's going to be kept in front nicely, though, by McGrain, as she was never going to be able to get there. Kind of half dove for it and did a good job of making sure she got a glove on it to keep it in front of her. It'll be a single, and Hassel is 3 for 3 out of the 8 slot. Either way, Potter would have come up with Bruner on second base, or a courtesy runner for Bruner since she's pitching now. And your leading home run and RBI batter would have come up as the tying run in the 5th inning. Either way, still 3 runs were scored in the inning. But we'll keep an eye and see if Southeast Polk is able to get those last 2 runs and try to complete what has been a stellar comeback. But you always had a feeling, if you know this Southeast Polk team, you just cannot feel comfortable ever considering their offense. 11 runs in the first game against Ames in regional play, 10 runs against third-ranked Johnson in the regional final to get to state. And even though they allowed 8 runs early and then a couple more in the 3rd inning, they were down by 8 runs 2 separate times. They are still right in the middle of this game, down by just 2 runs. And they still have 6 offensive outs to work with. This ball hit hard, center field. That's going to drop. Long comes up with it, and they got her. What a throw! Sorry, that was Cataldo throwing to Kotlowski. The runner, Hassel, had to hold up for a hair because she didn't know if Cataldo was going to be able to run up on it, but Cataldo got to it quickly, came up firing through a bullet to second. Kotlowski finishes the play. 8-6. A very unique fielder's choice. It was a well-hit ball by the 9-batter Clemens, but hang with him. She's on it first now. This is a ground ball. Knocked down by Snetzelaar, but she's not going to be able to make the play. Throw goes back to second, but not in time. Scrambling back is Clemens. It's probably going to go E3 over there as that ball just kind of on that second hop got through Snetzelaar. So Emily Wood reaches E3. But you got to get out of here with a 0. Lindquist, the big bat, up now. 2-0 Centennial with the lead over Iowa City High. So the 6th seed with the lead there. That's after 3 innings of play, or in the 3rd inning. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Potter being active back there. For Southeast Polk, got to get another 0 here. And you got your 2 big bats in Potter and Snetzler set to lead off and bat second next inning. Line drive right at Snetzler. She's got it. And that error, no harm, no foul. We head to the 6th, 10-8. As the line drive here by Lindquist wraps up the inning. We got a ball game, folks. 7-seed Southeast Polk has their 2 big bats coming up. When we return, it's this Girls State Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Des Moines, the yeses are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops, and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
Nothing feels quite as free as being out here.
Except this free soda.
Where'd you get free soda?
At Casey's, you can win all kinds of free stuff.
I love free.
Then you'll love this. Bought this jerky, won this free donut.
I love donuts.
And these chips can win me the big one.
What?
A free concert from country music superstar Lee Brice.
I love free Lee Brice.
With Casey's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes, the more you buy, the more you can win, including a free Lee Brice concert for your town.
Free Lee!
No.
Sophia Lindquist has one job to do, and that is throw strikes and get outs. As Pleasant Valley nursing what is a 2-run lead, and they are facing Sydney Potter, Ellie Snetzler, and Chloe Kotlowski. Potter and Snetzler, the 2 big boppers, cannot say it enough. These 2 girls absolutely mash the ball. So Sydney Potter comes up. She is 2 for 3 with an RBI, and her courtesy runner Kendall Woods has scored a run. 19 home runs on the season. She takes a strike here to lead off the 6th, 0-1. It didn't look good for Southeast Polk early. Gave up 2 in the first, 6 in the second. They fought back to make it 8-2 as they scored 2 on an Ellie Snetzler home run in the 3rd, but gave those 2 right back. That's fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. Snetzler's home run made it 8-2, but Pleasant Valley immediately scored 2 more in the bottom of the 3rd, made it 10-2, but Southeast Polk has not quit. 3 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th has made it a 10-8 game, and well within range here with their 2 big power bats leading off this 6th inning. The 0-2, Sophia Lindquist sets and fires well outside. No offer from Potter, and it's 1-2. Now we talk about the big bats, but the Southeast Polk lineup, the lower part of the order, has done its work as well. You have to give credit. Everybody has been on base at least once in the Southeast Polk order. The 1-2. That ball hit high and deep into left field, but it's going to hang up there and be caught by Meyer. Potter read the pitch well, had it timed up, got a good lick on it, but was underneath it, and flew out to left to Jesse Meyer for the first out. That brings up Ellie Snetzler. Snetzler has walked twice. The one time she didn't walk, a laser beam 2-run home run going the opposite way over the right center field wall. Raw power, as they say. She bats here with her team down 2. She hits a line drive, but right at Reagan Hassel. So the 2 most dangerous bats in the Ram order have been handled on back-to-back pitches. And Sophia Lindquist 1 out away from getting out of this inning and heading into the bottom of the 6th with a chance to get a little bit more insurance. 2 outs, nobody on for Chloe Kotlowski. In the dirt, 1-0. Kotlowski 0 for 2, but did walk, so she has reached a couple of ground outs on top of that. Lindquist, it was a tough situation to come into, considering the momentum that Southeast Polk had. She's just trying to hang on for her team, try to maintain that lead. You feel pretty good scoring 10 runs in a game, but against Southeast Polk, you just cannot ever feel comfortable with the way they score. 1-1 now the count to Kotlowski. 2 outs, nobody on. That is popped up. Shallow right field. Who's going to be? Nobody. Kotlowski, little blooper. Texas leaguer. She'll take it. Hassel kind of retreated, backpedaling, trying to read it, but it was well over her head. The only way that she was going to have a play is if she would have turned and sprinted, then refound the ball, set up, and camped under it. But even then, I mean, that is a lot to ask for somebody to do on a ball like that, especially with the right fielder also bearing down on you. It's always a dangerous spot, but it's a hit nonetheless for Kotlowski, and Sydney McNeely comes to the plate. Last time up, she hit a double, hard hit, and eventually scored. First pitch, misses for a ball, 1-0. McNeely is the last batter to face Lindquist. That double that she hit last inning was the pitch that ended up chasing starting pitcher Caitlin Drish. The 1-0. In the dirt, knocked down. McClyman. She's been active back there. She started at first base, but is absolutely showing the ability to be nimble back behind the plate, not allow any extra bases to be had. 2-0 to Sydney McNeely. Time is called after a long look in by Lindquist. Her and McClyman trying to get on the same page here. McNeely back in. Lindquist gets the sign. Here it comes. Strike on the outside edge of the outside corner, and it's 2-1. There are 2 outs. Number 6 hitter Sydney McNeely trying to keep things rolling here for the Rams. Shows bunt, fouls it off. A little drag bunt effort, going to try to put it in play, make the defense think. Won't be bunting now, though, with 2 strikes in the count. Here's the 2-2 from Sophia Lindquist. Pop up, shallow right field. It's a long, long run. And no, catch was not made. Running all the way around from first and scoring. Throw goes to second. Safe! What a turn of events! Addie Minke, the right fielder, made a diving catch that was bang, bang, so close, such a long run for her, and it apparently just came out of the glove. She thought so as well. She did not come up with an act like she had caught the ball, threw it home, bang, bang at the plate as well, but the throw unable to be held by McClyman on the hop. Then, I mean, that's some aggressive base running for Kotlowski to be running all the way from first on a little pop-up like that. McNeely didn't stop on the throw home either, ended up trying to take second. Then the bang-bang throw from McClyman to second, and she just beat the throw. It goes down as a single, an RBI, and it's now 10-9, and the tying run in scoring position for Jada Long. First pitch of ball, 1-0. Oh, mama, what a game we have here. Such a tough play for Minke. She gave it such a good effort, but just could not squeeze it out there in right field as she dove. That's high, 2-0. Jada Long is 1 for 3, couple of ground outs, but last time up, singled up the middle, stole a base, and scored. And that was against Lindquist in the 5th. The runner is McNeely at second, representing the tying run. 2-0. Yeah, that's a good pitch. Right there. Middle of the 4th inning. 2-0 still, Centennial leading Iowa City High. The 6 seed leading the 3 seed. Right now we have the 7 seed making an epic comeback on the 2 seed in the Class 5A bracket. The 2-1. Foul tipped into the mitt for McClyman, and it evens the count. 2-2. Pleasant Valley 10, Southeast Polk 9. Number 7 hitter Jada Long at the plate, knowing the tying run is at second here in the top of the 6th inning. The 2-2, well outside. And the count goes full. Sophia Lindquist just trying to battle through here, see if she can at least give the Bats the lead one more time here as the Spartans due up in the 6th. We'll have the meat of their order still coming up. 3-2. Ball 4 low. What a take by Long. That is a tough take in that spot. First walk issued by Lindquist in relief. And runners on first and second. Still 2 outs. And now Grace McGrain is up. She's had 3 productive at-bats. She's 2 for 2. Single to right field in the 2nd, single to left field, and scored a run in the 4th, and then an RBI sacrifice fly to center last inning. She bats with the tying run at 2nd, the potential go-ahead run in the form of Jada Long at 1st. First pitch on the way to her. Just outside, McClyman tried to drag it back across the corner, but Dirk Sorensen behind the plate says ball 1. You don't see a lot of big-time comebacks like this, especially at the state softball tournament, but here we are. You'll see a 3-run comeback. Strike. Inside corner there. And right at the top part of the zone. There wasn't much McGrain was going to do with that pitch, even if she decided to swing. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. The pitch, that ball hit in the air, shallow, running on. Can't make the catch! Meyer couldn't make the catch! Oh, and they got her at 2nd, bang, bang, but the umpire over there, Jeff Osborne, rings her up. But the run scores before the play at 2nd. Unbelievable. That was tight. Bang, bang at the plate, or pardon, at second base. The run clearly scored before the play at 2nd, though, and we have a tie game. Southeast Polk has come all the way back, and they have tied the game at 10. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Pleasant Valley will try to retake the lead when we come back right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
First pitch out of the break. Addie Minke, the 3-hitter, singles into left field, and that is how Pleasant Valley starts this inning. We are tied at 10, folks, and if you're wondering, wow, that sounds like a crazy score, it's even crazier than you think. Southeast Polk was down 8-0 and 10-2 at 2 different points of this game and has fought all the way back to tie it. Now, they have been erased on a couple of plays on the base paths, so you wonder what might have been or how many runs they might have had if that wouldn't have happened. But what gumption, what stick-to-itiveness and perseverance by Southeast Polk to get back into this game, and now they are tied. But it will be all for naught if you give up some runs here, as Caitlin Drish has a 2-0 count, and she is a dangerous bat in the middle of this order. Runner on first, no outs. There's a strike. 2-1. Drish 0 for 1. Hit by a pitch in the first, hit by a pitch with the bases loaded, and eventually her courtesy runner Mary Page Withers scored a run in the second, and she lined out right at Sydney McNeely at third base. Last time up in the fourth. That one way high, 3-1. Ellie Snetzelaar, who's been the chief pitcher, number one pitcher for this team, had to exit after allowing 8 runs in just 1 2/3 innings of work. As this popped up, shallow left field, backing up onto the grass and making the catch is the shortstop, Chloe Kotlowski. And that's an important first out here for Southeast Polk. Pleasant Valley had 2 in the first, 6 in the second. Of that 6-run second inning, Jessie Meyer had 4 of the RBIs with a grand slam over the right field wall. She hits this high in the air. McNeely at third doesn't have to move and is able to make the catch. So after the leadoff single and going down in the count to Drish, 2 quick outs on pop-ups for Bruner, and she's 1 out away from giving it right back to the offense. Unbelievable. Looks like we're going to get a change here. Avery Minke is going to be called back to the dugout. We're going to get a pinch hitter for her. Brought to you by Kruger Seeds. Actually, pardon. Your substitution brought to you by IMT Insurance. IMT always sponsoring our pinch hitters, pinch runners, and pitching changes. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Addison Oda getting the call. Oda is an 8th grader. She is 4 for 11 on the season. Has not hit a whole lot. Takes a ball, first time. She sees a pitch from Addie Bruner. The other thing about Bruner, she comes on in relief. Team's down big. She did surrender a couple of runs in the third. As it's now 2-0 here to Oda. Of Oda's 4 hits, by the way, there was 1 double, and she does have 1 RBI. But Bruner in the 4th and 5th throws up a couple of important zeros. Can she throw up 1 more? That's outside, 3-0. You don't want to give away a free pass if you're Bruner, though. We talk about how dangerous Southeast Polk's offense has been. We know how potent Pleasant Valley's offense is as well. They scored their 10 runs in just 3 innings. 3-0. Missed. Ball 4. And it's a walk. So Oda, the 8th grader, takes 4 straight pitches and walks. That's the first base on ball. Base on balls issued. And now Marlon McClyman comes up. Runners on first and second and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th in a tie game. McClyman is 1 for 3 with a single, a strikeout, and a flyout. First pitch from Bruner. It's that big changeup. Paints the corner 0-1. I mean, if she decides to throw that, she has been pretty good with its location, and it just is so slow. It completely messes with the timing of the batters. The 0-1. Came back with some heat. Misses a little bit high, maybe outside, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Addie Bruner just trying to get through another inning of relief work here. 10-10 our score. 1-1. Ground ball foul, and it's 1-2. Long break here for McClyman as she takes a deep breath, gets the sign from her coach. Digs back in. And a 1-2 on the way from Bruner. Outside, good take. So easy to chase that on a 2-strike count. Can McClyman come up with this? Nerve-wracking for everybody in attendance and everybody on the field, considering Southeast Polk's comeback. Here's the 2-2. Foul ball. McClyman hanging in there. She's been busy. when she was defensively at first base, made some great plays. Then she got moved to behind the plate. She's been catching the last couple of innings and has had plenty of plays at the plate that she's been overseeing, or trying to oversee. 2-2 still the count. She digs back into the box with 2 outs and runners on first and second in a tie game in the 6th. The pitch. She hits this in the air, backing up on it, reaching up, making the catch is Grace McGrange. Southeast Polk does get out of the jam, and we head to the 7th. All knotted at 10 apiece. And it's 9-1-2 as the Rams will bring up the top of the order when we come back. Right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by the Mid-American Energy Company.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Pleasant Valley wrapping up their warm-up. Sophia Lindquist still out there on the rubber. She'll have to deal with Libby Hartz, who has had a great game at the plate in the 9 slot, and then Abby Cataldo, Addie Bruner, and if anyone reaches, we will see the big bat of Sydney Potter, and if 2 people reach, Ellie Snetzelar, the other big bat, also could be due up here in the 7th. Southeast Polk trailed by 8 twice, 8-0 and 10-2 at different points early in this game. Give credit to Addie Bruner, who came on in relief, and the defense for the Rams, who came up with 3 consecutive scoreless innings defensively to allow themselves back into the game, and now with a chance to take the lead. Also, a couple of really close plays on little bloopers out there in the right and left field that allowed the last couple of runs to score last inning. So close. It's super hard to imagine what could have, might have been. But the effort was there from everybody on both sides. And the ball bounced Southeast Polk's way the last couple of innings. They scored 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, 2 more in the 6th. And now we are tied at 10. And Libby Hartz, who is 1 for 2 in this game, leads off and takes the ball from Sophia Lindquist, 1-0. It's been a wild, wild game. The 1-0 on the way. Striking the outside corner, 1-1. Lindquist has been pretty much what we thought she was statistically. She's pitching to contact, and it's soft contact, but it's just falling. And it's almost been catches by her outfielders, a showing bunt, pulling back and taking a ball. Well executed by Hartz there. Coach Tia Stiles has had her aggressive base running team, and everything that we have seen, it has worked out to this point, although they have run into a couple outs on the base pass. There's a bunt attempt laid down nicely. Third base over to first, just in time. Bang, bang. Good play at third by Casey Kane. The 8th grader who started the game at catcher came up with it, and that is such a tough call by the umpire over there, Jeff Osborne. Yeah, that's close. Jeff Osborne, though, calls it out. And even on that full-speed replay, impossible to tell either way. So the 5-3 ground out stands for the first out, and Abby Cataldo comes to the plate. She is 2 for 4, but has had hits last 2 times up. Takes the ball 1-0. The Indian Hills signee, 2-run single, and a run scored in the 4th, and then doubled out into left field for an RBI and a run scored in the 5th. She hits this high in the air on the infield. Second baseman Reagan Hassel under it, makes the catch. 2 out. And now Addie Bruner has done such a phenomenal job in the circle in relief. She entered the game with her team trailing by 8 runs. Along with the help of her defense, has thrown up 3 consecutive scoreless innings, and now has a chance to try to keep an inning alive with the big bats of Potter and Snetzelar behind her. Takes a ball strike here. It's 0-1. Bruner 1 for 4. A strikeout in the first. In the third and fourth, she grounded to first, and then an RBI single in the fifth, but eventually she'd run into an out at second base. Actually, at third base, she was trying to hustle to third and was cut down as part of a wild play at the plate, but we talked about it. Southeast Polk runs the bases. They are aggressive, and it has worked out. They've gotten some extra bases because of that. It's now 1-2 here to Bruner. The sophomore, left-handed batter, would love to reach because the big bopping power hitter Sydney Potter is behind her. That's close, but just misses outside. It's 2-2. And Bruner, you know, obviously her mind is at the plate right now, but it has been in the circle. I wonder how the approach might change with your brain in so many different important spots. 2-2. And that's low. We're full, 3-2. Sydney Potter and her 19 home runs in the on-deck circle. Addie Bruner back in. A payoff pitch coming from Sophia Lindquist. She sets and fires. Low, ball 4. Bruner works the walk. Second walk issued by Lindquist in relief. Wow. And now Sydney Potter, 19 home runs, 456 average coming into this game. Comes to the plate with the potential go-ahead run at first base. She is 2 for 4 in the game with an RBI, and her courtesy runner, Kendall Woods, has a run scored. 2 outs and a runner on first pitch. Low. 1-0. This comeback has been unbelievable. The 1-0. That misses. 2-0. And that is now 5 straight misses from Lindquist. And now a hitter's count for a huge power hitter. If she sees anything juicy down the middle, you know she's going to try to put the barrel on it. The 2-0. Hit this one right back to the mound. And that'll do it. Potter rounds out harmlessly to win the inning. So now Pleasant Valley's turn. They get a chance to try to end the game in the bottom of the 7th. 10-all right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by the Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite.
You work hard to feed them well. That's why at Fairway, we work hard to give you the freshest produce, the highest quality meat, and the most affordable prices.
You shed a light that guides me home. I got it. You're my favorite.
Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about.
Pleasant Valley will have a shot to try to end it here. They led 8-0 in the second. They led 10-2 in the third. But now it's 10-10. They haven't scored since the third inning, but they will send up 8, 9, and 1. Dangerous part of their order. Southeast Polk has worked so hard to get back into this game, but being the higher seed, the number 2 seed to be exact, Pleasant Valley will get the last at bat regardless. And they have a shot to try to walk it off here with 8-hitter Reagan Hassel, who is 3 for 3 in the game, leading off to face Addie Bruner. Bruner has been masterful in relief. First pitch hit hard off the glove of the outstretched arm of Sydney McNeely, and it goes into left field. 4 for 4 for Reagan Hassel. What a game for her at the plate. She's a .353 hitter, a good hitter, but 4 for 4 at the state tournament, and she represents the potential game-winning run. You see that? No play for McNeely. She was able to get a glove on it, but that would have taken an exceptional effort to squeeze that thing as hard as it was hit and as far as she had to reach. Now the freshman Jessie Clemens likely to bunt here. Shows it, lays it down. It's a beaut. Fielded by Bruner over to first. It's long covering for the out. Sack bunt, 1-4. First out of the inning. 2-second is Hassel. Beautifully done by the freshman Clemens. Second successful sacrifice in the game for her. And now to the top, and Tia Stiles is going to come and talk to the infield and battery. She wants her outfielders to hustle in as well, leaving no stone unturned in preparation for what they're about to do. So Emily Wood is due up. She is a senior. In this game, she is 0 for 2. She was intentionally walked and was hit by a pitch in 2 different plate appearances earlier on and scored runs in both of those instances. Also has reached on an error and flown to center. But on the season, Wood, a .495 average, 13 runs driven in, a couple of homers, 6 doubles, 3 triples. The only player in this order with any triples at all. A dangerous hitter, and first base is open, so you think maybe we'll walk her. Well, you think that, but then behind her is Sophia Lindquist, who bat over 400 this year as well, but also has a team-high 40 runs driven in coming into this game and has 2 more today. So they do intentionally walk Wood to set up a double play and a force out at first, second, and third, so that is indeed the strategy. And now Lindquist bats with the game-winning run at second and another runner at first and just 1 out. First pitch from Bruner. Ground ball through the hole right side. Brown comes up with it. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Pleasant Valley survives. Final score. Pleasant Valley 11, Southeast Polk 10. An instant classic in Class 5A. Southeast Polk comes from behind from 8 runs down twice, ties the game, has the potential go-ahead run in scoring position in the 7th, but cannot get it across. And Pleasant Valley, behind senior Sophia Lindquist, with a game-winning RBI, her 43rd of the season, punches Pleasant Valley's ticket to the semifinals in Class 5A. And Sophia Lindquist is our player of the game with her 3 RBIs in the game-winning single. Sophia Lindquist is our Casey's player of the game, and Casey's General Stores is proud to sponsor the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the player of the game for today's game. Casey's is at the heart of many Iowa communities, cheering on the local teams and fans and making sure there's fresh pizza ready, win or lose. You can sign up for new Casey's Rewards, the rewards program that gives back by letting you redeem points for Casey's Cash, fuel discounts, or donations to local schools. Sophia Lindquist, our Casey's General Stores player of the game. Wow, had to take a deep breath after that one here on Kruger Seeds Field. But the final score is what it is. Pleasant Valley 11, Southeast Polk 10. A great showing by both schools and both teams and players on both sides. Certainly will remember this game for a long, long time. But that will do it. We'll have a break. Come back with more coverage here from Kruger Seeds Field as number 1 seed and hometown favorites Fort Dodge taking on the 8th seed Bettendorf here in probably 15 minutes or so. On behalf of our entire crew here in Fort Dodge, I'm Emery Songer, and we thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2021 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Iowa Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.